Hey, what's up, guys? Gangster Jeweler here. So today we are working on a ring that I've done. I've done this ring before. This belongs to one of the stores, one of the employees that works there, and I've fixed this ring before. Before I've put a new shank on it because the shank she had on there was super thin. It wasn't very wide or very thick. But the problem is it's a pawn shop that they work at, so they're always lifting heavy stuff like TVs, heavy equipment, generators, and gold is a soft metal in general, anyways. So, and these are hollow sides at that, and if you're going to be lifting heavy stuff all day, every day, you really shouldn't be wearing this ring while you're at work. But it's not my prerogative. I'm not, I also get the argument, well, if you can't wear it, what's the point in having it? I get that as well. But if you want it to survive for any length of time, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices occasionally. But yeah, this thing is thrashed. This thing is thrashed. So I honestly just don't know. I don't know if it'd be easier to I think we're going to try to fill it in. If we can. But yeah, man, this thing is thrashed. But like I said, it's because and the manager's doing the same thing. His ring gets messed up. I've worked on his rings multiple times. But gold is a soft metal in general, so if you're lifting heavy generators, heavy stuff, it's going to bend and flex. You might not notice it until it actually cracks and then it starts cutting your finger, Then you'll notice. But yeah. At any rate, guys, that's what we're working on today. So let's see how this is going to turn out. I think we're going to work on this one side here first, because this side's not going to be so bad. This has just got that one little, and we don't have pieces of the side missing or anything. Now this side here, we're missing a pretty good chunk out of that. Man, I don't like that at all. Yeah, you see how that's bent? That is bent all to hell and back. Damn. Damn. But yep, that is bent to hell and back. Alright. Well, let's see what we can do, y'all. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can perform a miracle. See if we can't perform a miracle. So we'll go ahead and get our boric acid denatured alcohol here. Go ahead and light her up. Crank our torch up here. Get it set. Alright. Now, if you're wondering where to buy boric acid and you want to get it the cheapest possible, go to a dollar store. So denatured alcohol you could probably pick up at a dollar store, but you can pick that up at Walmart, Home Depot, stuff, places like that. But the boric acid, pick up at the dollar store. Just look for roach proof. It's called roach proof. It's supposed to kill roaches, but it's 100% boric acid. And it's only like $3. So, just a little tip. Roach proof at the dollar store. %100% boric acid. And it's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying boric acid in other ways. Now let's go ahead and cut us a piece of solder here. Good thing we got yellow solder, because with them hollow sides, there's no way in hell you're gonna weld those by just brazing or welding. It is not gonna happen. So let's go ahead and now this is gonna be a lot of, where did my piece go? Is that it? I guess that's it. Don't look like it though. Where the hell is my piece I just cut? I don't know, maybe that was it. Wasn't a very big piece I cut off then. Alright, I'm not going to be zooming in because we're going to be doing a lot of in and out. So, unfortunately, I'm not really going to be able to zoom in on this one. Or we'll be here forever. Because this is going to be a lot of filling in. This is going to be a lot of filling in. Let's cut us another piece here. Lots of filling in. You son of a bitch. Damn, dude. Alright. Let's cut us another piece here. Cut us another piece. Damn, yo. Let me get some more flux here. Cut us another piece again. Now you're gonna, you need to charge accordingly, because when you're filling in holes like this, you're going to use a lot of solder. So when you're filling in hollow sides and shit like that, make sure you charge accordingly, because you're going to eat up a lot of solder. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. You will eat up some solder. All right, I think we got that in there. Turn that a little bit there. Cut us another piece off. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not zooming you in, guys, but there's going to be a lot of cutting pieces and a lot of welding. And if I had to keep zooming in and out the camera, I'd be here forever. So, sorry about that. It is what it is. It just is what it is. Alright. I think we are good there. No, maybe not. I need to run one more piece through this side here. One more piece through this side. If we can. Oh, you moved on me, you bitch. You bitch. There we go. Alright. I think we got that side pretty well taken care of there. The other side's the one that's going to be a real bitch. We took care of the easy side first, where we just had that one little hole in the hollow side there. The other side, not going to be quite as fun. Now we are using hard solder. Like I said, I use hard solder for everything, even if it's hollow. So you can see we got that hole filled in there. Alright, now this is the side that's going to be a real bitch. This is going to eat up a lot of solder right here. This side is going to eat some solder. Alright, so let's go ahead and flip that over like that. This is the side that's going to be a real bitch. And you know, I ain't been getting any easy ones, man. Why don't people send me easy ones? Why am I getting all the hard ones? Or the more difficult ones? Give me an easy one for a change. Give me an easy one. Keep getting all the hard ones. I got another one that's coming. I don't know for sure. It's a silver ring. I don't know the exact size on it, but I got a funny feeling it's probably going 4 or 5 sizes. And not only that, it's got a stone in there that will melt in a heartbeat. So we might actually have to put this stone in water. But that'll be another video. That will be another video. Alright, let's grab us a piece here. See what we can do. See if we can't get this shit filled in. I'm just going back and forth, filling in different places, and it's going to take up quite a bit of solder. But that's why I didn't want to. I can't film you guys up close because if I had to keep zooming in and out, I'd be here forever. And unfortunately, I ain't got that kind of time. I would if I had the time, but with it being around the holidays. Y'all know how it is. That's the busiest times during the holidays. All right. That is the busy time. There's my pieces there. Okay. Let's fill this top in a little more here. Okay, let's get another piece here. Start trying to fill this side in a little bit here, if we can. All right, cut us a couple more pieces here. Like I said, you're gonna eat some solder filling in hollow pieces, whether it's a hollow ring or a hollow earring or so. And unfortunately, with the way the price of gold is right now, you're gonna be dealing with a lot of hollow, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It's all people can afford anymore, you know. This hollow stuff. Gold's over 4,000 an ounce. Can you believe that? Who would have ever thought it would be that high? But don't get your hopes up. It ain't gonna stay there forever. It's gonna bottom out eventually. But for right now, it is holding in there. For right now, it is holding in. Where did my other piece go? There it is. Alright, let's cut a couple more pieces here. Then we're going to take a look at this thing. Let's go ahead and cut us a couple more pieces, get them in here. Oh shit, did I drop? No! Drop my solder. Hold on, let's see if I can get it to fall out here. I heard it fall. Where'd it fall to? Where'd you go? Come on, I heard you fall out. There you are, I think. Yep, there you are. Alright. God dang it. Dropped it again. Come on, stay. Stay, stay, stay. Okay. Now what we need to do is I think we need to build, like we've kind of got that side built up. Now what we need to do is get this side kind of built up. Because this side is looking rather puny, I guess is what you could call it. Alright, I should have another piece laying right here. Come on. Doesn't want to flow. Doesn't want to flow. There we go. There we go. How's that look? Alright, now we need to build this, kind of build this side up on this side here. I don't know. I'm just going to cut one piece for now. I don't know that we're going to need to. We'll see. Build that up. Now we need to build that spot there up. a little bit. Boy, that definitely is eating some solder, boy. Eating some solder. Now, when you first start out, don't be upset if you blow through half a sheet of solder just trying to size a ring. Like, when you're starting out, you're going to be using a shit ton of solder. It's just part of the learning process, man. Part of the game. Or maybe even just trying to weld a necklace, because you just can't get it right. But it comes with practice and time, you know. There we go. All right, I think that is hopefully built up better now. Let's see. Does that look built up more? I mean, I guess it does. I guess it does. I guess. Looks like it as far as I can tell, anyways. All right. It is a little flat on that side for whatever reason, but looks kind of like shit right now. But it shouldn't be once we get done with it. But this thing, she's got to quit wearing it at work, man. Because, I mean, she keeps doing that. It's not going to get better. We need to build this side up a little more here. I'm not really happy with that too much. Let's go ahead and boric acid denatured alcohol it one more time. Light her up. Let's get that flipped over like that a little bit. Crank that like that. I want to build that side up a little bit because that side is a little puny looking there. It is a little bit puny looking. Right, there's that. Let's get us another piece here. Okay, I think that looks better. Let's dip that in water and we'll take a look at it here. Oh yeah, it looks a hell of a lot better. Oh yeah. I mean, I know it don't look like a hell of a lot to y'all now. Looks like shit at the moment, but it looks a hell of a lot better than it was. That's for damn sure. Alright guys, I'm going to pause the video real quick. I'm going to put this in ultrasound, kind of try to clean this up a little bit. And we'll be right back. Alright guys, I know we're not 100% clean, but we got it cleaned up a little bit here. So let's go ahead and see about filing this down a little bit here. We'll work on the outside, and then we'll do kind of work on the sides a little bit there. We're getting there, we're getting there. Alright, I don't really want to grind on that a little anymore. We might be able to get the rest of that with the silicone wheel. Hopefully. Oh shit. Is that caving in? It's kind of hard to tell. It might be. I guess we'll find out. Kind of hard to tell at the moment. I think that might be caving in right there. It's really hard to tell. It's hard to tell if it's just like a shadow or if that section is actually trying to cave in. It's hard to tell. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. Alright, let's try to... Alright, before we get too crazy, let's hit it with the silicone wheel and see... Make sure we don't have any other areas that are caving in, because when you're filling in hollow sides like that, you will get other areas that try to cave in. So... we need to check that out real quick to see. And this is already looking 100 times better, at least on this side. Looking a hell of a lot better. But you know, the sad thing is she's gonna keep wearing this ring at work, and it's probably gonna get busted up again. Most likely. I'd like to hope that wouldn't be the case, but most likely that is going to be the case, unfortunately. That will be the case. Alright, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's slow, but we're getting there. Alright, we're going to have to go to the grinder just a little bit here. Just a little bit. Alright. Now let's give it, oh shit, dropped it. Dropped it. There we go. And you're going to drop things too, guys. That's just part of the deal. Alright guys, I think that side is as good as it's going to get for the most part. Now I know we still got some, we got to do the inside on that side, but we're just worried about the outside and the sides right now. That is all we are concerned about at the moment. Alright, I think that side is pretty good. It's about the best it's going to get for the outside part anyways. Now this is the side I'm not really 100% on. As to whether it's going to work out the way we would like. I'm hoping it does, though. I am hoping. Now, you only want to grind with a rock or sandpaper to a point, because if you grind trying to get these little pits out with the grinder, you're going to make new holes. So you can only grind it down to a certain point, and then you're going to have to use a silicone wheel for the rest of it. It takes longer, but it saves you a lot of headaches. It will save you a massive ass headache. We're getting there, we're getting there. You know what? That might be the spot that was caving in. That I wasn't sure if it was shadowed, if it was a shadow or not. I think that's a spot trying to cave in. We're gonna have to weld that real quick. See right there? Right there. That's a spot trying to cave in, unfortunately. I was afraid. I wasn't sure if we really got that spot good enough. And we didn't. So we're going to have to weld it. Such is life, right? Things don't always go the way you plan it. You know, that's why I don't even really plan out my days anymore. I just let my days kind of take me wherever they take me, because it never fails. If I try to plan a day out, like plan how I'm going to have my day go, It never goes the way I plan it. So I just don't even bother. Just don't even bother. Alright, let's go ahead and we put some flux on there. Let's go ahead and cut us a piece here. Hopefully we're only going to need one piece. But you never know. Never know. Alright, let's grab our piece here. And I'm going to have to weld her. I was kind of afraid that that was moving up a little bit. And I wasn't sure if that was a pit that was starting to try to make another hole, or if that was just like a shadow being casted. But once we got it grinded down, I could kind of start to see that it was crapping out on us. There we go. That should be good now. Should be good now. Let's take a look at it here. Yeah, that should be good now. Alright, let's go ahead and switch back to our grinder here for a second. Switch back to that. Alright, let's go ahead and switch back to our silicone wheel here. Hold on, we gotta go back to the grinder for a minute here. Didn't grind quite enough away. Don't want to grind too much. Man, what a bitch. God, this thing is a piece of shit. A legit piece of shit at that. We need to try to build it up a little more here. That's why I said you're going to eat a lot of solder. So make sure you charge accordingly, because when you're dealing with hollow, especially when you're trying to fill it in, make it look halfway decent, you are going to eat some solder up. You will eat some solder up. But now you can see why I'm not zooming in and out, because if I had to do it each time I was welding, this would be a 5-hour video for sure. Dumbass, you gotta put some flux on there. That might help, huh? You bitch. You fucking bitch. Man. I swear if I had any kind of luck, if we had any kind of luck at all, where did my other piece go that I had? I know I cut another piece. Huh. Okay. Where the hell did it go? There it is. Found it. Blending in. She blending in, man. Alright. I had to cut us a couple more pieces here. Boy, I don't know why people try to salvage this shit, because she's going to have this thing broke again probably in about a year. I think this is like the 3rd time I've fixed this thing. And I just wouldn't be wearing it doing the kind of work she's doing. But hey, I mean, if she wants to keep paying to get it fixed, that don't bother me. Okay, there's that part. Cut us a couple more pieces here. Oh, dropped our solder, dang it. So I don't know if y'all seen what happened there, but I had a piece. I went to try to weld a little spot and another hole was made. Where did my other little piece go here? Is that it? Maybe that's it. There we go. I think that's good now. Looks better anyways. Let's see. One little spot there that I'd like to get. I was seeing if I still had a piece laying down there. Alright, one spot I really want to try to get, hopefully. Sorry guys, trying to keep you in focus here. Alright. Let's look at what we got now. No, we need to build that part up a little bit. Well, I tell you, man, I ain't getting no easy ones. We are not getting any easy ones, y'all. I'm actually beginning to wonder if somebody else is getting all the easy shit and then I'm getting all the shit that nobody else wants to do. It's kind of what it's starting to feel like. It's kind of what it's feeling like. But I don't mind. If they don't want to do it, I'll do it. I'll do it. Don't mean I won't bitch while I'm doing it, but I'll do it. I'll freaking do it. But now y'all can see what I mean about when you're working with hollow pieces, just how much solder and how much welding you're going to be doing to get all that filled in. And hollow's bad enough as it is already, you know. So, all right. I think we might be good now. I think we might be good. Let's take a look here. Take a look. Yeah, it looks better. I think I'm happy with that. Alright, let's grind that down a little bit. Damn, man, we about rebuilt these whole freaking sides, man. About rebuilt the whole damn thing. Jeez. Alright, let me get a silicone wheel. Let's see how this is gonna look. Hopefully we ain't gotta do any more welding. Hopefully we don't get any more pieces trying to cave inward. Alright guys, I'm going to drop this in ultrasound for a minute, try to clean this up a little bit. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Got it cleaned up a little bit here. Not 100%, but for the most part. Is that another spot trying to cave in? Man, it wouldn't fucking surprise me. Would not surprise me at all. I don't think anything at this point would surprise me, honestly. I don't know, let's just see. We might have to weld another spot here. This ring it's just trash, dude. This ring is trash. Eventually it's going to get to a point where this thing just can't be fixed. especially being that the thing's caving in, going all the way up. You know. You know, jewelry does have a lifespan. What did I do with my rock? Where'd it go? Where'd my rock go? You know, jewelry is like a car. You can fix it, but after a while, it's been fixed so many times that it's not worth fixing anymore. You know. And this ring is almost there. This ring is about done. It is almost there. Let's go ahead and switch to our silicone wheel now. That thing is... That bitch is thrashed. She is fucking thrashed. This is the side that was bad, boy. This side here wasn't bad at all. But man, this other side is... This side was bad. Alright, we're going to grind a little bit more here. And hope everything stays okay here. Alright, back to the silicone wheel one more time. Damn it, dude. I hope this bitch is not trying to cave in on me again. I got a funny feeling. Got a bad feeling. I don't know. I guess we're gonna grind it and see. Grind it and see. Alright, now let's see what we got. Now let's see what we got. Well, I hate to say it, but I think that bitch is caving in on us. God dang it, dude. This thing is a piece of shit. Like, legit piece of shit. Alright. I think I'm going to take a break. I don't think I'm going to work on this the rest of the day. I got some other shit I got to get done. But yeah, when we start again, we're going to have to fill that in. This whole thing, this whole side, I mean, these sides are just done. Nobody else would have touched this shit. I mean, I'm sure somebody would have, maybe. But most jewelers I know, they'd be like, hell no. So, at any rate, I'll probably finish this up tomorrow. And we'll be back, guys. Alright, guys. Day 2. Day 2 on this bad boy. And we have got to... We got some more filling in we got to do, unfortunately. Which y'all seen where we stopped yesterday at. This one side is just so much worse than that other side. The other side was not quite that big of a deal. This side here has been... It's being kind of a pain in the ass. But I already knew that this was not going to be easy. I don't get any easy ones anymore. That's just not in my deck of cards. Like I said, I think I'm beginning to get the ones people don't want to do. At least that's what it feels like. It's exactly what it feels like. Somebody's dog ain't happy, huh? There we go. Got one there. Let's put another one. Where did my other piece go? Where'd you go? There you are. Go ahead and drop that there. There we go. Alright, let's give that a shot. See how that's going to work out. Yeah, this ring is just... It has seen better days, man. It has seen better days. Boy, oh boy. Alrighty, well, alright, let's see about getting this filed down. Hopefully we can get it filed down without other parts trying to cave in on us. Dry that off a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and switch up here to our silicone wheel. Boy, oh boy. This thing is a piece of shit. Yes, she is. Alright, we're gonna have to hit this with the... We're gonna have to grind a little more. Hope we don't take too much off. Alrighty. Alright, let's see if we can't get that smoothed out now, hopefully. God, this thing is such a piece of shit. Yeah, she is. Dang, dude. Oh, boy. This ring is about on its last leg. It is about done. It's just been thrashed from wearing it and picking up heavy stuff. And I know that's what it's from. Because of the type of work this person does. There's my piece. Okay. I was going to say I don't see my piece. Alright. Now let's get us some flux here again. It's a little too sharp there. There we go. Okay. You get this a little bit hotter. A little bit hotter. And where's our other piece? There it is. All right, let's give that a shot. Let's see how that looks here. Yeah, This bad boy is thrashed. But yeah, if she keeps wearing this, it's going to be to the point where it's just not going to be fixable anymore. It's almost getting there because the sides are just, they're done. Especially with the sides being hollow like that. They're just fucking done. It is over, almost over for this ring. Alright, we gotta do a little bit of grinding here. Not that I want to, but we need to, otherwise we're gonna be there all day with that silicone wheel. Gosh dang it. Alright. Got another spot we need to try to fill here. Boy, this side is a bear. This thing has ate up a lot of solder too, boy. It has ate up some solder. Alright, let's go ahead and cut us another piece here. Maybe another couple pieces if we got to. Alright, let's get us some flux here. Put right there. Alright, let's go ahead and grab our solder here. Uh-oh, I just dropped it somewhere. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? You couldn't have went far. I don't see it right now. Dang it. What a biatch. Alrighty. Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep y'all in focus here. Let me see if I can adjust the camera here a little bit. All right. Well, this thing has been a real bitch. You've probably heard that a lot in this video. It just is, man. I really, most jewelers I know hate having to fill in hollow holes and hollow items because it just eats up so much solder. It's such a pain in the butt. Where'd it go? I dropped my solder. No. There it is. Well, there's one of them anyways. I don't know if that's the one I dropped earlier or the one I just dropped. All right, let's get us another piece here. But yeah, I'm seriously beginning to think I'm getting all the stuff that other people don't want to do because I ain't been getting no easy ones. Like, for every easy one I get, I'm getting like probably 3 or 4 hard ones. I say hard, they're not necessarily hard, but just, I guess, time consuming would be more the what it is. All right, let's see. Let's see how that's gonna work. Let's just see how that's gonna work here. Alrighty. All right, let's see if we can't get this smoothed out now, and hopefully we don't have to fill any more in. That would be nice. Like, we literally had to rebuild this whole side. It's crazy. Yeah, we have. I had to rebuild this whole freaking thing. Alright. I honestly don't know if I want to touch this anymore. Okay, I think we're finally getting somewhere here. Yeah, that side's been crushed inward. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, she has. That side has been caved in. Not a hell of a whole lot we can do about that. Alright, let's switch gears here a little bit. Let's go to our inside ring. Kind of smoother here. Alright guys, we're getting there. It's been a slow process, but we're making some headway here a little bit. Alright, I think that's probably good enough right there. Now we need to switch back to our other silicone wheel for a second here. Just for a second here. Damn. All right. Now I'm just kind of filing these sides down with a silicone wheel, because I really don't want to take a file to these sides, because these sides are already thin as it is. So we're not really going to put a file to this thing because it's already fragile as it is. We put a file to it, we might end up causing issues for ourselves. So we're just going to be doing the sides with the man, boy, that ring is just, it's shot. I think I fixed, like I said, I fixed this thing 3 or 4 times already. It's hammered. I mean, it looks a hell of a lot better than it did, that's for darn sure. Alright guys, I gotta take a break for a little bit. We'll be right back, y'all. Alright guys, we're ready to get this ring polished up. Get her looking good. I've already kind of polished the inside there. So let's get the outside done here. We still might have some deep scratches we need to try to get out of there. Hold on, let me go get some of these deep scratches out. I still got some pretty deep scratches in there. Be right back. Alright guys, we're ready to try to get this thing polished up. Get her looking good again. I've already kind of polished the inside there at the desk. Kind of got a little bit of deep scratches here. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. We are getting there. Alright, guys. Still got this little spot. There we go. That looks better. Alright guys, we're getting there. We are getting there. Alright guys, let's hit the inside of this thing real quick. Alright guys, hold on just real quick here. Alright guys, I think we're as good as we're gonna get. Let's go drop this into ultrasound and we'll come back and look at the finished product guys. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back with that ring. You see we got it nice, clean and polished here. Got her looking good, man. Got shit all over it though. My hands are wet. It's getting fingerprints all over the damn thing. But you can see what it is now versus what it was. And it's a hell of a lot better than it was. That's for damn sure. But at any rate guys, this is the Gangster Jeweler. I appreciate y'all tuning in with me. If you want to like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. If you'd like to leave a tip or donation, you're more than welcome to, but it's not required. Just kind of helps the channel grow and show some love. And if you're looking to buy jewelry in the Jacksonville area, I highly recommend Money Miser on Blanding Boulevard. And if you're not in the Jacksonville area, I highly recommend I don't why do I keep saying that? I'm not doing the online thing anymore as far as selling jewelry. Okay, I don't know why I keep bringing that up. If you'd like to check out my live streams on Kick, Beam, Rumble, or Twitch, you can check me out there. But those are more like live reaction type streams. Also, if you would like for me to do your repairs, you can visit my Etsy shop. I'll have the link for that down in the description as well. And if you're a business in the Jacksonville or Orange Park area and would like for me to start doing your repairs, you can shoot me an email and I'll get back with you. But yeah, this is Gangster Jeweler, guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in. God, I hate when my hands are wet, so it's getting shit all over the ring. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in with me. And this turned out fairly well. I'm pleased with it, considering these are hollow sides. But yeah, at any rate, guys, this is Gangster Jeweler. I appreciate y'all tuning in with me. Appreciate the loyal subscribers and loyal followers, man. Appreciate you guys. But this is the Gangster Jeweler, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, y'all.